show you a better version of these, a cut down version, which are known as the great swords. The great swords, so called because of their size, they are these swords in miniature, but they are a lot easier. They are a lot easier to use. The great swords, you'll regret it. The great swords are a lot easier to use. As you can see, this is a miniature version of the Zweihander here. These here are a lot more formidable because these were more common in the field of battle. As we hacked our way up and down from the castle gates to the port of Leith, these would have been fairly common in the field of combat. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, the Zweihander and of course the great sword, many people think that we joke when we tell them that these came with an instruction booklet. Now, most people think instruction booklets are for propping up badly built furniture or consulting something when you muck it up. These here, believe it or not, come with an instruction book. It's not a joke. These fighting manuals show the soldier how to use these. Now, for the sake of the illiterate, which of course is the Hamiltons of your land, many of them were illustrated so that you could actually read the cartoons rather than read the text. So all these illustrations would show you every single possible war that's an attack, counter-war, which is a defence, and illustrations in the book. Now, some of the illustrations are depicted simply like this. This is the most common guard you use. This is what's called the hanging guard, when the sword hangs to the side. This one here, this is what we call one dog from the roof. This one is called the fool's guard. This isn't a good guard at all to start or to finish with, because from here, the quickest way to go is up, and the only way, of course, is back to the side. It's not a very good guard at all. Our favourite illustration in the whole fighting manual is the one that depicts the soldiers with the sword at a rakish angle, right foot over the left, and a hand in the hip like this. Now, this is not to make us look like a pair of big lasses. This is to show the sword in relation to the armoured or unarmoured soldier. Believe it or not, underneath all this, we're fully armoured. Believe it or not, if we take the armour off just now, we are both size 0. That's the armour that makes us look big. Now, the armour, of course, protects our body. We both have different types of armour. Hamilton has used the old-fashioned mail, protects his back, protects his stomach, and of course, even the groin is protected by the mail.
No.
It's split. It's split for horse riding.
Oh, sorry, it's split for horse riding, so it doesn't protect the groin. Silly me. On the other hand, I am fully protected. I am wearing the finest Italian armour, finest Italian steel plate. On my breast and back, I wear what's called a brigandine. A brigandine is steel plates covered in velvet, because I am, of course, privileged from the Earl of Douglas's family. I have the finest plate armour. Go ahead. Quite honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I felt the blow, but I didn't feel any pain whatsoever. This here is fully protective, the armour underneath the actual quilt here. Now, we're actually going to show you just how we put the hanging guard into motion. When we put the hanging guard into motion, you will notice fully two-handed, big sweeping motions. These are not fencing weapons. We don't stand like Errol Flynn with the sword chest high, hand adrift of the head, and simply pokey, pokey, pokey. These swords here are indeed made for hacking, slashing, stabbing, crushing, smacking, whacking type weapons. That is the official terminology of sword fighting. Fencing is entirely different. Fencing is an art, and quite honestly, I used to do fencing. It's far too genteel for a man of my muscular stature. This here is more suited to a man of my bulk. We're going to show you how you actually use it. Hanging down. Right. Now, Hamilton here has trapped my blade, which is what I was hoping he would do. And so I can show you how to get out of this move. He's trapped my blade. We're in a bit of a stalemate. We both have options. One, he can deal with me in the face when I'm ready. He can deal with me in the face, which would be sore. He can bars me off, stop playing, I'm ready.
Sorry.
Wait till I say go.
I get carried away at times.
Yes, you do get carried away. Or he can bars me off the sword. I have options also. One, I can smack him in the face. Two, I can just simply take the leg forward. Now, it's not very chivalrous, but the truth of the matter is, when in 1520 the Hamiltons and Douglases meet, the Hamiltons hate us and we hate the Hamiltons. It's simple as this: chivalry does not exist. 1520 Scotland, if your opponent falls, you don't help him up, you finish him off. It's simple as that. The Hamiltons are trying to get power of the country. We have the power. We're going to fight, do what we can to defend it. Yes, the elbow in the face, badging me off, the man has youth, the man has talent. But as I have just proven to you by knocking him to the ground, youth and talent are no match for age and treachery. Remember that, all you young ones. Now, as he falls to the ground, of course, you would look to finish him off. The favourite position of mine, favourite move, is one that will finish your opponent once and for all. What's called the murder stroke is designed to cleave your opponent's skull. If your opponent is unarmed and doesn't have a helmet on, the murder stroke is a favourite. This turns all of the sword into a weapon, not just the blade. By using the blade as a handle, chisel sharp blade, not razor sharp like in the movies, with the aid of hide, hold on to the blade like a pickaxe. You can either use the lugs, the quillins, you can even use the pommel, the counterbalance, to strike your opponent in the head. I'll show you how it works. Now, take your helmet off. Take your helmet off. Please. Why not?
Because I don't trust you.
Right, keep your helmet on then. Just keep it on. I'll show you. Now, the idea of the murder stroke, as you come over the top, you're going for the head, the quillins here and the lugs. If they pierce the skull, this man will be left a quivering red. He's managed to defend or counter-ward, as we call it. From here, you'll try to take the sword from him. Take the sword off him. Because he's resisting too much, you use it off him. Stretch the arm across the head. This way. This way. Okay? Jolly good. Now, if this man has been fully trained, as I come to the top, if I pull the sword, he should let go. The heavy pommel of my sword will fall to the ground. He can then stab me in a part of it's unarmoured on the body. So you go for a stab. Now, we Douglases, my family motto, jamais arrière, never behind, first in. As he would go for a stab, one simple movement, pivot on the right foot, very gracefully, if I say so myself. For such a muscular man, I have the grace of a ballerina. Now, it's not meant to be funny, man. As this man goes to stab, I have two options. One, I can crack him in the skull here, or I can the shin of the skull, smash him in the shin here, hook behind the foot here, and lift his leg up until he falls off balance. From here, he has to go wherever I go. Wherever I go, this man has to go. From here, of course, I can just simply strike him. He dramatically smashes to the ground and finish him off. Dramatically smashed to the ground. No. As he dramatically fell to the ground in an overacting manner, I am looking to finish him off with what's called the fallen head stroke.
Hang on, the what?
Then you never mind. The fallen head stroke is designed to cleave your opponent right down from the top of the head to the bridge of the nose. It won't be like Hollywood, where we bring it down and it slices him like an apple right to there. That's preposterous. But it would finish this man off. He has options, of course. As he throws the top, just because he's down doesn't mean to say he's defeated. If our nation of Scotland, every time we were down, every thought we were defeated, we would not cease, we would not live to this day as Scots, we would cease to be a nation. This man has done exactly what he was trained to do. Is block it here, he has options.